Hello, and welcome to this episode of 10 Minute Tones. This week, I thought I would do something that I'm a little bit scared of. We're going to take a look at the USA Rhythm 1. So this is the cleanest channel on the Mesa Boogie Mark IV model. It's a little bit confusing, so let's take a look. In the amp block, and this, if you're pre-Cygnus X2 version of firmware, this will be called the USA Clean, I believe. But in the newest firmware, it's been renamed to USA Rhythm 1, but it's basically the cleanest channel of the Mark IV model. So there's USA Rhythm 2, and then USA Lead and more are sort of all the different variations you can get out of the Mesa Boogie Mark IV. And the reason I say I'm a little scared of this is because I don't really know anything about boogies. So I'm a little bit scared from that perspective. If you're a boogie guy, person, guitar player, and I'm doing something totally crazy, or you think is totally crazy in this video, please let me know in the comments. I would love to learn. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to take 10 minutes, dial in a usable sound, and learn something about a new amp model. So if we search for Mesa, nothing. If we search for Boogie, nothing. So I think, at least for the Mark IV models, the sort of matching cabinet is this 4x12, all these variations of the 4x12, which I believe is Cliff's. It seems like, based on the documentation in the wiki and whatnot, this is like Cliff's cabinet from Cliff's amp that he has that they captured. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to just start picking cabs. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Not really a big fan of the 4x12s, and this is a little dark already, so before we dive into more cab options, I want to flip this bright switch. Okay. Very boomy, very boomy. All right, let's go back to the picker. Let's pin this like I had it, and let's just flip through these. Try the 906. So I think I could start with the 57. Could start with the 57 sounds good. I'm gonna roll out some low end though. Let's see how spiky it gets on the 57. Yeah, that's a little spiky. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my go-to here, the 121. They all sounded pretty good. They all sound, to my ear at the moment, pretty bassy. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank this up and see if we can't dial that out. need to try that. Someone commented on one of my videos something about sticking an EQ in there. I need to try that someday. The reason I'm not too concerned about it is because honestly the guitar shouldn't be down here anyways. If what you're doing is going to be put in a mix with a band, you probably should get the heck out of 100K, below 200K anyways. It's just for feeling, so. That's pretty good. Maybe crank it up a little bit more. Right around 100 seems to be the sweet spot. I'll split the difference here. All right, so let's play around with the amp controls here. Honestly, pretty good. I'm not really sure where the master volume should live. I'm hesitant to stray too far from the default, just because usually the defaults are kind of like what they're supposed to be. This is obviously pretty neutral, so let's see. Yeah, that's not doing too much to the tone, so I'm gonna leave it kind of where it was, maybe just push it a little bit. All right, now this is the cleaner channel, but let's see how dirty we can get it. Wow, that's very boomy. I know I'm on the neck pickup here, but very, very boomy. I'm gonna bring the bass down. That's pretty good. I'll bring the bass down a little bit more. It's a little gnarly. Kind of like it. Maybe bring the treble back. This is a very different amp than I'm used to. It's still very boomy. And what I want to get to is a place where I get to a place where with this guitar, what I want to be able to do is be on the bridge pickup and it's a little bit gnarly. And then when I go to any of those single coil options, it's a little bit less gnarly. And so I get that kind of like mid-ness there and then a little more scoop on everything else. But I know that's not really how people set up this amp. I don't know, do you? I mean, you've got like 4 channels and crazy EQ options and fat switches and bright switches, so I don't know how, do people set up this amp to be kind of like on the edge of breakup and just kind of roll with it that way, and then you've just got 4 different animals if you need some heavy gain? I don't know. It's interesting. I think I would rock with it like this at first just to get comfortable with the amp. It's maybe a little too aggressive. I'll bring it back just a little bit. How's that? It's definitely got punch. I like how it sounds. Maybe can we play with how the, what if I put a little bit of a boost in front of it? You know what, the FAS boost is pretty good. Let's go with the FAS boost and see what that sounds like. Let me switch that to the, I like that. Let's see what a different boost sounds like. Very cool. I don't know if this was a great example of a Mark IV clean channel, but you know, I'm not really a huge fan of just cleany clean clean. But the amp sounds great. I should definitely dig into it more. Very different sounds I'm getting out of both of those pickups. Still feels a little weird to me, but yeah, this was fun. Spent 13.5 minutes kind of dialing something in here. I'll slap a reverb on the end here, and you know, if you're a Mesa guy and if you're listening to me going like, well, who is this idiot? You're correct, because I don't know anything about these amps. So please, 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 please give me some feedback. I'm here to learn together. Thank you so much for watching if you have been, and remember, if it sounds good, it is good.